I've never told this story in full before, mostly because it still makes my heart race when I think about it. I was 23, living alone in a new city for my first job. I'd moved there full of energy and dreams, thinking I was finally starting my real life. One night, I stayed late at work finishing a project. By the time I left, it was past 10 and the streets were quiet. I didn't think much of it. I had walked that route a dozen times. But halfway home, I noticed someone behind me. At first, I told myself I was imagining things. Then I heard footsteps, steady, matching mine. When I turned around, there was a man following me. He didn't say anything at first, just kept his distance. But when I crossed the street, he crossed too. I felt my stomach drop. I tried calling a friend, but my phone battery was almost dead. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold it. Then he started talking, asking where I was going, if I needed company. His tone wasn't friendly. My mind was screaming to run, but my legs wouldn't move. I spotted a 24-hour cafe across the street, and I just bolted, ran straight in, out of breath and trembling. The staff saw my face and immediately locked the door behind me. The man disappeared a few minutes later. When I finally got home that night, I cried for hours. Not because of what happened, but because of how helpless I'd felt. I kept thinking, what if that cafe hadn't been open? What if I hadn't run? For weeks, I avoided walking alone. I hated how small and afraid I'd become. But one morning, I woke up and thought, no, I'm not going to live like this. I signed up for a self-defense class. I started sharing my story with friends. And I learned how to set boundaries, loudly if I had to. It's been a few years since that night, and I still get nervous sometimes. But I've learned that fear doesn't mean weakness. It means you survived something. That could have broken you. Now, when I walk alone, I hold my head a little higher. Because that night didn't define me. It reminded me that even in my most helpless moment, I still chose to fight. And that's what gave me my life back.